So today we're going to be talking about this topic on Cruise Channel. Cruise Channel is actually a Nigerian channel or YouTube channel. So let's dive into the discussion. Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mrsomebodynaija. If this is your first time of seeing me, thank you very much for stopping by. And if you are a regular viewer, thank you for sticking around.
Please step forward if you agree with the prompt. Feminism is a Western idea and it's alien to African culture.
I feel like the man is the head, the woman is the neck. And in our average African Nigerian homes, that is how it has always been. But then with all the technology, all the white people, the idea is that, okay, women can actually get, if the Westerners did not actually expose, or we didn't get exposed to these things, then African women's ideas would not have gone like past that box. But then it came in, so our ideas have changed and like it's growing wider. And I'm not saying that thing is, I'm not saying it's negative in any way, but like it's actually just not an African thing.
I think
so. She's saying if the Westerner did not introduce this to Africa, even before the Westerner, even before anything at all. Do you know how many years the Aba Women Riot was? It's for like many years ago. Then there was nothing like feminism. So I wanted to tell her that, and I wanted to see and tell my audience and the Mrsomebodynaija family that, see, this feminism or this thing wasn't brought to Africa. It has already been in Africa even before the Westerners came into Africa. Our women are leaders. And also we have in the eastern part of Nigeria, we have what we call Mada. So anything they say is fine. So we also have the Aba Women Riot. Are you getting it? Where a lot of people were even killed. They protested as women. They stand their ground that the tax they are collecting from them, it is bad, it is wrong, it is not right. At the end of the day, I don't really agree that they brought it to Nigeria or Africa. Do you know that also in some part of the East too, a woman can also marry a woman as well? But this can be directly or indirectly, So I think I will explain that. If you are interested in that particular topic, you can comment below.
Forward if you agree with the prompt. The goal of feminism is not just equality, there is more.
Okay, the goal of feminism, although they've tried to hide it several times but unsuccessfully, the goal of feminism is way beyond equality. They want total dominance of the female gender over the male gender. And that has been very obvious in their most recent activities. Take for example, there's this film, Barbie, where in Babylon, where the women were the engineers, they were the doctors, they were doing everything, and the men were merely just servants, and they were just.
One thing I can say about this is that intention is the same, but the goal at the end of the day might change, because human being, we always want to take advantage of any situation to either hijack it or try to like change the real aim of a particular movement. You understand? But I think feminism still stands. The real aim still stands. Just that some people might have different way of expressing it. But for some people that want total dominance, I think it's wrong. For people that want total dominance, it is completely wrong, because if you have been oppressed for a long time as a woman or as a human, and now you are being liberated, you also want to oppress people, then I think that same thing you are accusing people of doing, if given the opportunity, you will even do double. We all agree to this, right? Just let me know in the comment section. So I will reply. And if you want me to still talk more on topics about feminism, I will still, make more video. But let me know below the comment section.
Can the disagreeers please step forward?
there was a program I went as a speaker, men's program as a speaker. And somebody mentioned something like, we want to dominate and all sorts of, I want to first erase that notion. That is not it. And at that program, a man stood up, my purpose there was to like, tell the men what we really want. We want them to understand us. We want them to feel what is really our need. It's not as if we're competing with them and all sorts of. And there was a man that stood up. The man said, for him, his belief is woman should worship him. I was like seriously? So many men out there, they've turned it to be a boss, subordinate thing like that. And me wanting a man to know how I feel does not make me want to dominate the man. Not at all. I think this African ego of men...
I prefer feminism to be more about equity instead of equality. Because if it's equality, it means that there won't be that balance. But if it is equity, there will be more total balance. You understand?
You know, women are not quite as strong as men in the mind, right? A woman is easily convinced. I think that movie reflects the real goal of feminism. However, I think feminism has some good when it comes to earning power of a woman, doing the same job with a man, exactly the same job, right? However, where the challenges come now is the idea of women and power. You know, it's always said that women don't know how to handle power properly. That any power you give to a woman, she's likely to abuse it. That's where feminism is getting it wrong. Where they could actually get it right is if a woman, if a change in her finances doesn't influence her relationship with her partner or just her significant other in the society. There are rare occasions where women are still being under the authority of their husbands, right? Because whether we like it or not, authority is the order of the day. There has to be authority in whatever you do, right? There has to be hierarchy. If you say everybody should be equal, it means you should be equal with your kids, and whatever your kid can make decision, and you say, okay, no problem, you know.
Well, I actually agree with this. Men and women are not equal. But hold on. Even men and some men are not also equal. What do I mean by this? Because this topic is a very sensitive one, so I try to be very liberal and, open-minded. Men are not equal. Sometimes when it comes to power, when it comes to strength, different. So this is what I mean by the equality, or not whatever other people might put out there. But I don't think some women and some women are equal. I don't think some men and men are equal. So I don't think men and women are also equal, because there are even some women that are stronger than some men, and there are also some men that are stronger than some women. So this is where the equity comes in. I have spoke about equity. If you know any studies about disadvantaged society, developed countries and underdeveloped countries, you understand that if people want to really help and if people really want to do the right thing, the major thing they do is to really make people have this sense of equity instead of equality. But anyway, that is not the subject of discussion now. But what I'm trying to say is that we should all try to understand that we are different, and if you're applying equality, it doesn't work when people are different, when men and women are different, when women are different from some women and men are different from some men. If you apply equity, the stronger will win, and the stronger will always going to dominate.
I think this African ego of men, as in, I'm the head, I'm this thing, how can a woman be, we're equally human beings.
Mom, are you Christian?
Wait, he shouldn't
I'm
be
not taking, I'm not even...
No, it's a question.
No,
it's a simple
I'm
question.
not
It's a
saying...
yes or no
no.
question.
I'm a Christian.
And the Bible does say, woman, be submissive to your man.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
It makes him the head and you the neck.
Yes, I'm not...
And the neck is also a very important part. So why do women find it really hard to accept this?
Dragging the heads now. So you don't believe
I'm not,
Why do women find it hard?
not dragging
the neck is
the
also
head.
an important part. The head is not going to stay on the shoulder.
For the woman to be heard. For her, for you to know, I'm
I believe everybody's point is correct in the sense that people judge, people perception, people, contribution is influenced by their experience, So most times, that why everybody is correct, and is because sometimes, if somebody have experienced, let me say, a bully from either a partner or a husband, you understand, he will feel that feminism is really, really needed. And feminism is all about somebody hearing my voice. Like, I want to speak, I don't want to be bullied. Feminism, to that person, that's all it's all about. He wants to fight. But if a woman in a relationship is not being bullied, is not being subjugated, it's not being like her voice is being heard in a relationship or in a marriage, that person will see feminism as a head and a neck thing. The man is the head, I'm the neck. Both of us, we do things together, because in the relationship, in partnership, or in the marriage, she contributes, she do everything, like they are almost as if they are equal.
Your point is valid, but see, we shouldn't make excuses for bad men, right? There are bad men in society. There are bad women in society. Now, it's up to you as an individual during your courting and dating stage to understand who you're with. You see that man who wants to be worshipped, I can guarantee you that there's a woman in this world who will happily worship that man, right? And there's another woman that man can end up with, and at every opportunity, she's angry that this man is a leader. She's pissed, she's angry. So we should play our own part.
The guy is actually very correct. I agree with this. There are bad people in this world and there are good people in this world. If you happen to unluckily be with someone or in a group of place, or with someone in a marriage or in a partnership or in a relationship that is bad, of course you experience, and he happened to be a man, of course you experience a lot of bullies and subjugation and all that. You understand? So this is what me myself, I actually believe that it's like people just take advantage of something a lot. If also a woman is a bad woman as well, even though she's being given power, she will not use it well. Anybody that is at the helms of affair, or that is perceived to be the head or perceived to be the leader, should do better.
Please step forward if you agree with the prompt. The society is designed to favor men.
Let me take Nigeria, for example. When it comes to leadership, it has always, as in the men are always on the forefront. Over time, there are a lot of women that have actually come out to contest for the office of the presidency because they felt that our men have actually failed. But there's this hierarchy of power that will not give women that chance, because until we see what they are capable of, we will not really understand. Why don't we also give women this chance to be in power and see what they can actually do?
In Africa, we see women as the men at the head, while the women are beneath and all sort of. And if they want to finish the whole thing, they will tell you the Bible and all sorts of. After all, we were created out of the women are created out of men ribs and all sorts of. And I don't know, it still keeps baffling me why it's like that.
Regardless of some of them's qualifications, they still just look at them and, oh, you're a woman. I don't think you're cut for it. I don't think you'll be able to do it, without even taking them through the process of the process they take men through, right? Oh, do you know this? Have you done this? What did you study in school? What school did you go to? They don't want to know. The fact that you're a woman, that's the only qualification they need to know, and they just put you aside. You know what? Just hold on. Let's see if there's any men in the running for it that are good enough. In the game of sports, let's say like football, boxing, and other sports, the men always earn higher than the women, and it's always giving more leverage than that of the women. And I think there are some of these female athletes have actually come out to fight for their rights and all that, but it's really not getting that attention. And there was this black actress, Sarah J. Benson here, that was fighting that she was being underpaid just because she's a female black actress, and that her other counterparts are being paid more. They always tell you, you're a woman, a woman belongs in the kitchen. So
now we can see where the whole thing is leading us. They are saying that the society is designed to favor men. Okay, I might agree to that, and also I might disagree to that. So, but now let me tell you why I agree to that. Yes, I have seen some cases, especially in Nigeria. Let's even call it Nigeria. In politics, it has always been the men. You can hardly really see a female president in Nigeria. It has never happened. And even as a mayor or as a governor, I think it's just maybe very few times, one or two and all that. But at the end of the day, women should also support women as well, especially if they deserve to be in that position. For example, let's say those vying for that position, because this is voting, those vying for that position, a woman is more competent, more better choice than the man. Vote. And also, we're talking about in sport as well. In sport as well, I can understand why that thing is being done. The truth is, okay, the male sport has been there for a long time. That is one. And secondly, in sports, anything sports, mostly you need strength. You need the testosterone, the strength. The male factor will always play there. If it's in track field and track event, you need speed, you need strength, and men are really very good in that. Maybe that is why the pay is different. But however, I think also women should also come to also support women's sport as well, because I have seen in the stadium when they are playing football for female match, nobody. Sometimes you won't see nobody in the stadium. Sometimes, especially in Nigeria, in Africa, spectators are always very few compared to the men when the men are playing, because the men also love sport. They support it. They are always there. Even when it comes to female sport, it's even the men that even try to also support it, come to the stadium as the spectator and all that. If you don't come to the stadium, if you don't enjoy this sport, how are they going to pay the players?
It's like, I will always use myself as an example. I remember my husband got married to me as a banker. And 2 years into the marriage, he was giving me an option of your marriage or your job. And I was like, and this is me that have been dreaming. I want to have my home. This is the way I want my home to be. I was like, what's this?
So, this lady on yellow, I have been watching her as well, and I saw that, okay, I think maybe the way she was treated as well in the past was really wrong. And I think it is also wrong on the husband or the ex-husband part to really, we've not heard from the husband anyway, but from what I am just hearing, judging from that, I don't think it's right actually, because except the woman really wants to stop the job by herself, be like, okay, I think it's stressful, and the man can really cater for it, for all the bills, then it's fine. But for you to really force her and tell her, give her ultimatum to really quit, then I don't.
The disagreeers, please step forward.
In the society generally, we don't all have equal roles to play. In a household, when a woman is in the kitchen, right, I don't see anything wrong in that. And my reason is because the man is also playing equal and opposite role while she's in the kitchen. So she might be in the kitchen and he's on the lookout, like a security person, right? If anything goes wrong, he loses his life first. Wherever there's a goal or a mission to achieve, right, there's some kind of plan towards it. And in that plan, there's some kind of hierarchy, which is leadership, right? So if we had a plan and there's no leadership and everybody's just having different opinions, it will take us a longer time to get to where we're going to.
So yes, I really strongly believe in that. For every body, for every organization or every unit, whether family, organization, company, you must have a leader. Yeah, it doesn't really mean that the other person in command or the neck, as we always say, is the subordinate. No, I don't really believe in that, but I believe that there should be a leader, because any unit that doesn't have a leader is heading for a destruction, because everybody is just all there. Even a ship has a captain. You know, you can decide and say, okay, it's your woman that you want to be the captain, or then it's fine. Then you can, but if it's the man that wants to be the captain, it's also fine. So, but the person that has to be the captain or the leader must sacrifice more. When there is a disaster, natural disaster or anything, you must first of all save the family first. Put the family first before yourself. You come last when you are a leader, when there is a natural disaster or any problem. I've experienced this guy on Native Grain. Yeah, I can see that he's just as the topic is in the other side, he's really anti-feminism or anti-feminist. At the end of the day, the whole invention thing, yes, I understand that a lot of things were built by men. I understand the skyscrapers. I understand the whole thing. Yes, women should be respected for that. There are women that can do it too. It's all about the strength. If you're a woman, you have the strength, you can go and build a skyscraper up there. You don't have the fear of heights. You have the strength to do it. I mean, then fine, you can do it. 2808. You know, yeah, he was trying to explain this concept of what a man can do. A woman can do better. The guy on black, but the lady on yellow is really disagreeing. But I think what the guy on black is saying is really correct. He really explained well, and if you have been following this discussion, you will discover even the guy has been so neutral. The guy on green, native, is a little bit also extreme as well, because he doesn't still want to see the truth or see the light from the other, or see the point from the other opposing people. So the truth is that yes, men can nurture, but the truth is that few men, very few men. So it's just like when I was making mention of the whole snake scenario. It's the men that will actually come forward more compared to the women. So when it comes to nurture, it's the women that will nurture more than the women. So even though there are some men that are nurturing, trust me, there are few compared to millions of women that are doing that. So you cannot use because of that 1% or few percent, 10% to not say men can or men do it too. So we are the same with women. No. So everybody have their strength and everybody have their weakness. And our weakness is not really our weakness. Sometimes our weakness is our strength. So one thing I want to conclude in this video is that, yeah, if you want me to do more review about a video, topic, discussion, something like this or any other one, let me know. Then we'll discuss. I will discuss it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this video, and if you have experienced all these things people have talked about.